Kensukes Kingdom by Michael Morpurgo. We will continue from chapter 10, page 145. Chapter 10, Killer Men Come. Shortly after this, the rains came and forced us to shelter for days on end inside the cave house. The tracks became torrents and forest became a swamp. I longed for the howl of the gibbons instead of the roar of the rain. The roar of the rain on the trees outside. It did not rain in fits and starts as it did at home, but constantly, incessantly. I worried over our beacon that was becoming more saturated now with every passing day. Would it ever dry out? Would this rain ever stop? But Kensuke was social about it all. It stopped when it stopped, Miss Garn, he told me. You cannot make rain stop, but wanting it to stop. Besides, rain very good thing. Keep fruit growing, keep stream flowing, keep monkeys alive. You also, me also. I did make a dash up to the hilltop each morning with the binoculars, but I don't know why I even bothered. Sometimes it was raining so hard I could hardly see the sea at all. Occasionally we sailed out into the forest to gather further fruit to keep us going. There were berries growing in abundance, now which Kensuke insisted on gathering. He didn't seem to mind getting soaked to the skin as much as I did. We ate some, but most he turned into vinegar. The rest he bottled in honey and water. For a rainy day, yes, he laughed. He loved experimenting with the new expressions he had picked up. We ate a lot of smoked fish. He always seemed to have enough in reserve. It made me very thirsty, but I never tired of it. I remember the rainy season, more of the painting we did than for anything else. We painted together for hours on end until the octopus ink ran out. These days Kensuke was painting more from his memory, his home in Nagasaki, and several portraits of Kimi and Mikaya standing together, always under the cherry tree. The faces I noticed he always left very indistinct. He once explained this to me. He was more and more fluent now in his English. I remember who they are, he said. I remember where they are. I can hear them back in my head, but I cannot see them. I spent days perfecting my first attempt at an orangutan. It was of Tomoshi. She would often crouch soulful and dripping at the cave mouth, almost as if she was posing for me. So I took full advantage of it. Kensuke was ecstatic. It was in his delight at my painting, lavish in his praise. One day, Mika-san, you will be a fine painter, like Hakushi, maybe? That was the first shell painting of mine he kept and stored away in his chest. I felt so proud. After that, he insisted on keeping many of my shell paintings. He would often take them out of the chest and study them carefully, showing me where I might improve, but always generously, under his watchful eye in the glow of his encouragement. Every picture I painted seemed more accomplished, more how I wanted it to be.